Have you ever met someone who walks into a room and instantly commands attention, not by shouting or showing off, but with a quiet, unshakable calm? They don't bully or boast. They just stand there, steady as an oak, their presence so solid it makes you pause. It's not their size or their voice that grabs you, it's the strength behind their eyes, a mind so rooted that no storm can topple it. That kind of power comes from within, like the deep roots of a tree holding firm against the fiercest winds. Friedrich Nietzsche, the 19th century philosopher who celebrated the strength of the individual, had bold ideas about how to forge such a mind. One so strong it surprises everyone, even those who think they know you best. Many people mistake strength for loudness or aggression. They puff out their chests, raise their voices, or push others around, thinking it proves they're strong. But Nietzsche saw this as a weak foundation, like building a tower on loose sand. It looks impressive until the first gust of wind knocks it down. True strength isn't showy, it's quiet, steady, and deep, like the roots of a massive tree you can't see but know are there, anchoring it through any storm. To grow these roots, you need to figure out what matters most to you. Is it being honest, helping others, standing up for what's right? These are your core values, the beliefs that define who you are. Take time to think about them. Write them down if it helps. I want to be kind, but also brave. Then, every day make choices that match those values. If you value fairness, speak up when someone's treated wrongly. If you value curiosity, ask questions even if others stay quiet. Each choice is like a root digging deeper into the ground, making you harder to shake. This isn't about being perfect. Sometimes you'll waver or make mistakes. That's okay. Roots grow slowly. What matters is coming back to your values, choosing them again and again. Over time, you'll feel a quiet strength inside, a sense that no matter what happens, whether it's a tough day at school, a fight with a friend, or a big failure, you'll stay standing. People will notice this steadiness. They'll see you're not swayed by every breeze, and that calm confidence will surprise them, even make them a little uneasy because it's rare and powerful. Fear is part of being human. We all feel it. Fear of failing a test, of being laughed at, of not fitting in. Most people try to push fear away, pretending it's not there, like ignoring a crack in a wall. But Nietzsche knew that ignoring fear only makes it stronger. That crack grows until the whole wall crumbles. A strong mind doesn't run from fear. It turns to face it, looks it in the eye, and says, "I see you, and I'm not backing down." You need to face your fears head on. Start small. When you feel scared, pause and name the fear. Maybe you're worried about giving a presentation. Say to yourself, "I'm scared I'll mess up and everyone will laugh." Just naming it makes it less overwhelming. It's like shining a flashlight into a dark corner and realizing the monster is just a shadow. Then ask, what's the worst that could happen? Maybe you stumble over a word, or someone giggles. Is that really so bad? Most likely it's not the end of the world. Next, take a tiny step toward that fear. If you're nervous about speaking up, try saying one sentence in a group. If you're scared of failing, start a small project and let yourself make mistakes. Each step shrinks the fear a little more. Nietzsche believed that facing fear builds courage, and courage strengthens your mind like exercise strengthens a muscle. Over time, you'll find that things that once terrified you, a tough conversation, a new challenge, feel manageable. People will notice this fearlessness, this willingness to face what others avoid, and it'll surprise them. They'll wonder how you stay so calm when the stakes feel high. In a world full of noise, friends, phones, social media, it's easy to lose track of who you are. You might start thinking you're what others say you are, the funny one, the shy one, the smart one. But Nietzsche prized solitude as a way to hear your own voice. Being alone isn't about feeling lonely. It's about making space to discover what you think, what you love, what you stand for. Try this. Spend a few minutes each day by yourself, no distractions. Put away your phone, turn off the TV, and just sit quietly. Let your mind wander. What makes you happy? What frustrates you? What do you dream about when no one's watching? You can write these thoughts down or just think them through. This quiet time is like planting a seed in your mind. It grows into self-knowledge, the foundation of a strong mind. Knowing yourself makes you less dependent on others' approval. If a friend says, "You're no fun," you can shrug and think, "I know who I am, and I'm okay with it." If everyone's chasing the same trend, you can decide for yourself whether it's worth your time. This independence surprises people. It's rare to see someone who doesn't bend to the crowd. They'll respect you for it, even if it makes them a little uneasy, because it shows a strength they might not have. Life throws hard things at everyone. A tricky math problem, a lost game, a day when everything goes wrong. Most people see these as roadblocks and give up, saying, "This is too tough." But Nietzsche saw challenges as opportunities, like weights in a gym. Each one you lift makes your mind stronger. When something feels hard, reframe it. Instead of thinking, "I can't do this," tell yourself, "This is practice for my brain." Struggling with a puzzle? It's teaching you patience. Lost a competition? It's showing you how to bounce back. Feeling sad? It's helping you understand your emotions. Every challenge is a chance to grow. Start with small challenges. If homework feels overwhelming, break it into tiny pieces and tackle one at a time. If you're shy, practice saying hi to one new person. Each time you push through, your mind gets tougher, like a muscle after a workout. Soon, you'll handle bigger challenges with the same calm focus. People will notice how you stay steady when things get tough, and it'll surprise them. They'll wonder, how do they keep going when everyone else quits? We all have an inner voice that chimes in when things go wrong. Maybe it says, "You're so stupid," after a mistake, or "You'll never be good enough," when you compare yourself to others. That voice can be harsh, like a bully living in your head. Nietzsche believed a strong mind speaks to itself with kindness and respect, like a coach cheering you on. When your inner voice gets mean, talk back. If it says, "You messed up that project," respond, "I made a mistake, and I'm learning from it." If it whispers, "You're not as good as them," say, "I'm on my own path, and I'm growing every day." This isn't about pretending everything's perfect. It's about treating yourself like you'd treat a friend who needs support. Practice this daily. When you catch yourself being hard on yourself, pause and rephrase your thoughts. Over time, this kind self-talk builds confidence, like adding bricks to a wall. You'll carry yourself with a quiet assurance that others notice. They'll be surprised by how you seem so at ease with yourself, even when things go wrong, and that calm strength will make them pay attention. If everyone can predict your every move, they hold power over you. They know how you'll react, what you'll say, and how to push your buttons. Nietzsche admired people who were a little unpredictable, not wild or reckless, but surprising in small, deliberate ways. This keeps others on their toes and makes them respect you more. You can practice this in everyday life. If you always say yes to plans, try saying no sometimes, politely but firmly. If you usually laugh at a friend's jokes, pause and respond thoughtfully instead. Try new things, a different hobby, a new way to dress, a fresh route to school. These small changes show you're not locked into a pattern. Being unpredictable doesn't mean being unreliable. It means showing you have depth, that you're not just a set of habits others can manipulate. When people can't quite figure you out, they're more likely to listen when you speak or follow your lead. This subtle strength surprises them. It's like meeting someone who seems familiar but keeps revealing new layers. It's easy to go along with what everyone else thinks, liking the same music, following the same trends, agreeing with the loudest voice in the room. But Nietzsche warned against herd thinking. When you follow the crowd, you weaken your mind, like a tree that bends with every gust instead of standing firm. To build a strong mind, choose your influences carefully. What you read, watch, and listen to shapes how you think. Pick things that challenge you, that make you question and grow, not just what's popular. Spend time with people who respect your individuality, who encourage you to be yourself instead of fitting in. This takes courage. Saying, "I don't like that show," when everyone else loves it, can feel risky. But each time you stand by your own thoughts, your mind grows stronger. You become someone who thinks for themselves, and that's rare. People will be surprised by your independence. They might even feel a little intimidated because you're not swayed by the crowd's pull. Some people think strength means fighting every fight, arguing over every slight, proving themselves at every chance. But Nietzsche knew that real strength is about focus. A strong mind picks its battles, saving energy for what truly matters. When someone teases you, ask yourself, is this worth my energy? If it's small, let it go with a shrug. If it's serious, like someone being unfair or hurtful, stand up calmly and firmly. Use your words, not your fists, and speak from your values. That's not okay, and here's why. This shows strength without wasting effort. By choosing your battles, you conserve your mental energy for the big moments, defending a friend, chasing a dream, or standing up for what's right. People will notice how you handle conflicts with purpose, not impulsiveness. They'll be surprised by your restraint and your resolve, and that combination will make them see you as someone not to be trifled with. To build an indestructible mind, you need to weave all the steps together. Picture building a mind so strong, it's like growing a massive, mighty tree, one that stands tall no matter how hard the wind blows. It doesn't happen overnight, but every little step you take adds up, like planting roots and growing branches bit by bit. First, you've got to anchor yourself deep in what matters to you, stuff like honesty, courage, or kindness. Live by those things every single day. When you make choices that line up with who you want to be, you're digging those roots deeper, making yourself unshakable. Then, when fear creeps in, and it will because we're all human, don't run from it. Look it right in the eye. Say, "Hey, I see you," and take one small step toward it. Maybe it's speaking up when you're nervous or trying something new. Each time you do, you're building courage, making your mind tougher. Spend some time alone too, not to feel lonely, but to get to know yourself. Just a few minutes with no phone, no noise, just you and your thoughts. Ask yourself what you love, what bugs you, what you dream about. That's how you figure out who you are, so you don't need others to tell you. When life gets hard, a tough test, a bad day, a big disappointment, don't back down. Think of it as a workout for your brain. Every struggle is a chance to get stronger. Tell yourself, this is practice, and keep going. You'll be amazed how tough you get. Talk to yourself like you're your own biggest fan. When that inner voice gets mean, saying, you're not good enough, push back. Say, I'm learning and I've got this. Be your own coach, cheering yourself on, and watch your confidence grow. Keep people on their toes a bit. Don't let them predict your every move. Maybe say no when they expect a yes, or try something new that surprises them. It shows you're not just following a script, and that makes people respect you more. Don't let the crowd take over your mind. Choose what you watch, read, and listen to. Stuff that makes you think, not just what's trending. Hang out with people who lift you up, who let you be you. Thinking for yourself is what makes you stand out. And finally, pick your fights smart. Not every little thing is worth your energy. Let the small stuff slide, but when something big matters, like standing up for a friend or what's right, stand firm, calm, and strong. That's real power. You don't have to do all this at once. It's not a race. Start with one thing, maybe 5 minutes of quiet time to think, or catching that harsh inner voice and answering it with kindness. Practice it every day, then add something else. These small choices turn into habits, and those habits build a mind so strong, it's like a fortress nobody can break. When you build a mind like this, you become that person in the room, the one who doesn't flinch when chaos erupts, who speaks with quiet certainty, who moves through life with purpose. This strength isn't loud or showy, but it's magnetic. People notice you, not because you demand attention, but because you don't seem to need it. You're steady when others waver, calm when others panic, clear-headed when others are lost. This surprises people because it's rare. Most drift through life, swayed by fear, doubt, or the crowd. To see someone who stands apart, rooted in their own values, fearless in their own way, is startling. It can even scare them, not because you're mean or threatening, but because your strength shows them what they could be. And that gap feels daunting. They sense you can't be easily shaken or controlled, and that power commands respect, even awe. Nietzsche's vision of strength isn't about dominating others or winning every fight. It's about mastering yourself, your fears, your doubts, your choices, so you can live on your own terms. A mind this strong doesn't just surprise others. It frees you to be who you truly are, no matter what storms come your way. You don't need to change overnight. Pick one step to start with. Maybe it's writing down one fear and facing it with a small action. Maybe it's spending a few minutes alone to think about what you value. Maybe it's catching your inner voice being harsh and answering with kindness. Each step is a brick in your fortress, a root in your tree. Day by day, choice by choice, you'll build a mind that stands tall. You'll walk into rooms and feel the air shift, not because you shouted, but because you're unshakable. That's the power Nietzsche saw, a strength that surprises, inspires, and yes, sometimes terrifies, because it's the kind of strength the world can't ignore.